Should be getting a picture soon. Any day now, YouTube. Okay, there we go.
Okay, you're in. Okay, we got audio.
Okay, that looks like it's...
Wait, what? We have audio? Okay. Yeah, we have audio.
Okay, cool.
Double checked it. I had the stream like muted initially. So.
Okay.
So yeah, hi everyone. How's it going?
Welcome back.
Got some more Crossing of the Worlds with Stanek, Proto-Man, Hatsune Miku, maybe Danica Patrick. Oh wait, wrong game.
Maybe we'll get DLC later on.
You know what? They need to get like Michael Jackson in here, even if he's like, even if he's like, long gone. I mean,
yeah.
I won't say what game it is, but they did bring him back in a relatively recent Sega game.
Okay.
If you
well then, yeah, then there's precedent for it. So.
I mean, I don't want to spoil which one it is because it's like
Oh, it's a spoiler that he shows up in that game.
I mean, it's not a spoiler. It's not tied to the plot, but it's like awesome when they do it, and it's legally distinct Michael Jackson. They don't call him Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But it's like obvious, And there's a certain what is it? Certain mini game in there that even if you do your best, you always lose. Like the game is programmed for him to win.
Oh wow.
Valve just ended overpriced Steam games. That's like in the recommended of my recommended anyways for the stream.
What's the thumbnail?
It says fixed, minus 80%. As like the Steam logo.
Oh yeah, I saw that they rolled out some kind of update where you could change the prices by region based on like the average income, like the average yearly income of that country.
Interesting. That's that's an interesting development. Like burnt out.
Yeah, it was just a hair off.
And unfortunately, you just had to. You always gotta be pixel perfect.
Yeah. I really wish they would have the festivals like last into Sunday, rather than like
or just have it where you can just do team battle, team battle, team
just have that mode.
Like add like regular mode, not just it's only for like like specific events.
Yeah. And then like it's also weird because the festivals start like Thursday night, like this is a kids game. What kids are like? Oh, it's Thursday night, time to have the game. Like
I just hit a guy named Reploids. That's. I mean, Thursday. I mean, if I'm taking like off, or like that's one thing, but that's not everyone. I mean, it's not like 4-day school weeks. Where's the protest for that students?
Right.
And people talk about like protesting for like 4-day work weeks. I'm like, let's be at school for 4 days.
Yeah.
Of course, I say that kind of in retrospect. Back then, I guess I didn't mind it as much, but being older, realizing time doesn't really. It's not like it slows down. Your perception of it speeds up, I guess, but still.
Yeah. Especially with the state of education right now, where it's like, you're not really learning much. It's just a bunch of programming, we'll call it.
Well, the thing is that you say that, but like, if you grew up in my culture, the really crazy. Well, I wouldn't call them crazy, but definitely. How should I put it? They're in their own bubble. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But like they would be like, oh yeah, they would always use like evolution as like their big giant like hill to die on.
Yeah.
And it's like after a certain point, it's like okay, no one cares about this. Like it's like even at my school, the school I went to, which wasn't like a big like city school,
Yeah.
I did not do well this race. um,
I'm already off to a better start than last night.
yeah. But yeah, like even when they talk about evolution, they're kind of like, yeah, believe whatever you want. This is kind of just what we have to teach. So it wasn't like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's like kind of like a town school, not like a town like high school, not like in the cities where if I was going into too many details, let's just say the town one was like a 5,000% improvement, over that, just based on what I've heard. I haven't even like been to some of those schools. I just know what my parents told me about it growing up. But Rainbow Garden, Radical Highway. I kind of hoped it would be like all R's, so that way whatever you pick, it's like R free.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Goodbye.
I like how everyone's just like you're just like talking with each other, Yeah, I was playing Metroid Prime 1 the other day, and I just discovered like a cut that you could do with like Magmore Caverns if you get space jump boots early and everything else. That comes with that. Like you can just like skip a lot of stuff. That if you're playing on the default Wii version, I know that's the intended way to play, but not
and
being
there's
able
also
to do
like 2 artifacts you can get pretty early.
Yeah. It's not like it's gonna be like it's gonna be weird though because it's like so much. There's like some stuff that'll just be like skipping or like out of order.
Yeah.
If when we finally get around to like to actually doing the LP for that.
Yeah.
Banana Boy. Light Hero. Trying to think, Light Hero. I'm thinking of Super Megami Tensei. There's like Law Hero and then like Chaos Hero.
There's an RPG on the Genesis called Light Crusader.
Light Crusader?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a dungeon crawler, sort of isometric.
Okay. It's just kind of like Landstalker, I guess, kind of.
Kinda.
Which I've not played, but I know on ROMhacking.net there's like a whole bunch of, there's obviously like the uncensor, like patches, but there's also like a weird control patch where it's like, I haven't worked with like controllers that are not like the Sega Genesis controller. I'm like, okay.
Oh gosh. Oh, it launched me straight into a freaking dino.
Yeah, I end up like boosting into one of those. Imagine if you run to the dino with the monster truck and
the monster truck and it flattens them.
Yeah.
We need to put that in an update.
Jurassic Park, that's not impressive. Well, for a second I thought I was going to go off the stage. Like go out, but I think there's like an invisible wall, thankfully. One time I'm glad that an invisible wall's a thing.
Yeah. Although there are a lot of tracks where you can just straight up go off.
I knew I should have used that boost before they shriek at it, me in half.
Oh, that hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, that was you? Okay.
Yeah, it did. For whatever, like, I don't know why this game does that, but whenever you're locked onto someone, it doesn't show their name.
Doesn't it, like, say, like, oh, you hit,
Yeah, it says it after the fact.
Oh.
But it didn't, like, unless somebody else also launched a shuriken at the same time, because it didn't say your name. I got the hit.
I mean, don't worry, I hid myself while repairing myself,
Yeah.
Oh, I think he just said, oh, I didn't even know they gave him a voice. trying to think. Does he even say anything in any of the like Mega Man 8
I
or
I
like
don't. Yeah, I don't remember him having like an official
of course
voice.
I don't even know if he shows up in Mega Man 8. I think it's just hit. Rock
Yeah,
and Duo, who I know shows you can play as him in the second Mega Man Power Battle arcade.
yeah.
Matchmaking. So I just looked at the stream. We're like the matchmaking. We're at 22. It's at 14 or 15 on the
Oh,
stream.
yeah,
That's it. I guess to give you an idea how far back the stream is from like what
yeah.
actually
It's about
happens.
yeah. It's usually about 10. Yeah, that's usually what it is. About 10 seconds or so.
Is that the case for like every streamer, like the Maximilian dudes and the PewDiePies and or does PewDiePie even stream anymore?
No, I think he just puts out a video like once every blood moon.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine like the big guys at least have like better like latency to like
Yeah.
when it actually happens.
Well, so right now I have mine on the low latency setting. Before it used to be on normal. I don't even remember if it used to give me the option before, but that's back when like you used to be like a whole minute behind.
Oh,
And there's a ultra low latency one, but since I'm using the laptop to stream, I don't even want to bother trying that one.
well, I will like the stream like turn into artifact hell.
Probably, yeah, or it'll just be
Oh,
like really choppy.
so it's like a bad parsec stream. Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, that might be like just a couple seconds. But I know on Twitch, if you want like a low latency option, you have to be like a Twitch partner.
Wow, literally pay to play
Yeah,
or pay to create, I guess.
yeah.
So I guess they just start us off with like boost every now and then, or is that just like my current setup?
Oh, that might be your current setup. That might be your
Okay.
mod thing. Jesus Christ.
I guess
You're
I
gonna
don't
just
remember.
ram me straight off.
I guess I don't really remember setting that, but whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I guess since last night it was giving us the rental plates, since the rental plate is gone, it probably just like defaulted you to like something else.
Oh yeah, but I mean I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing to start off with. So I noticed that the stage like changes when in the first lap you actually can go on that ramp to get like the super special item drop.
Yeah, there's that super item. Oh, shit.
So the stage is like a dragon.
You
A
said
Yakuza
the
dragon.
thing!
No, it's you said the thing. You said the thing. I also was a guy who erased my name. Even though
If we don't defeat the bad guy, if we don't defeat the bad guys, it really will become a Yakuza like a dragon.
Yeah, I survived by falling from like a distance that I shouldn't be able to survive. And also I landed on a bush. What the Assassin's Creed is this? Oh wow, I actually just did a boost and I jumped over like the fire of that like phoenix.
Yeah, I did that. I had to do that because like.
Well, I decided to go like the left
second.
way, and
Yeah. Because depending on where you are, they don't really give you time to react to that.
Yeah. I will say I do like the sound effects when you like are spinning around with Proto Man. I'm assuming good old rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't know what that is. That's probably just for him.
Well, it's like 8-bit noises it makes.
Okay.
I would say it's like the thing when they like teleport in.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like because if you're playing as Miku, like all the songs get Miku-fied.
Oh, all the music? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool little flourish. Oh, sorry.
I got a monster truck in the air.
Yeah,
I
my
got
co-host got
ear-mogged.
monster mogged.
I got air mogged.
You got Earman mogged. Ferryman got Tsunonai, or whatever it is in Japanese. Jamie Craft 77 OMG. Hey Jamie, pull it up, will you?
Or pull-up maxing.
Yeah, pull up. Yeah, not pull up maxing in the gym, but just looking something up, and then you find out, and you pull up that one like Justin Bieber video, or not video, that image with the one like guy who's like hanging with Oprah, and he has his shorts down, like his dick root or whatever. And then Joe Rogan, he literally crashes out. He's like, bro, like, pull your fucking shorts up. Probably don't even have underwear on you, fucking creep. Trying to be Arnold, but not go full. But he's certainly not Arnold. For a second, I thought you got booted out of the lobby. Oh. That's how your car.
Oh, it like took a second to load in.
But also, I saw it looked like an empty spot, like the shop on the race floor here.
Yeah. Hmm?
What do you think of I mean, obviously, I think we had expressed our opinions on the PS5 Pro and the one Tread Dangerously video. If you guys want to get an idea of what we think about it and how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
But what's equally as ridiculous is this insane price jump
of
$900 US.
And that's still without a disc drive.
Yeah, no disc drive. And if you're like in Brazil or any of these other countries, like,
if you're Brazil, you're just gonna have to like steal it from a store.
Yeah, I guess. Then please self-deport.
Yeah.
We don't want you here, but yeah, it's like, bro, like. And the thing is, part of the reason they can get away with it is because Xbox, they just dropped the ball so hard. And they can't recover from Don Matrick being all like, TV, and just buy an Xbox 360, guys. Even if
it doesn't help that like Microsoft is basically kicking out every American and replacing them with
soy devs of color, so that way we don't get nuked from orbit.
And curry devs of a certain color.
Yes. YouTube, we're not talking about whatever you think we're talking about. Or Discord.
Oh,
hey,
we got somebody in
Cruz, how's it going? He's just saying like hello.
Welcome, good sir. Do you play this game? Do you enjoy this game?
Was he the guy from yesterday, or is that a different guy?
I think that guy had Doom in his name.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I know I've seen the name before, like something Cruz something. Because I'm thinking when I see Cruz, I'm thinking of like Soma from Aria of Sorrow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this dude. Oh whoa! I like a fire drill and a monster truck at the same time.
Bro is dodge maxing.
No, I should have been like good old Bimmy and be like, "Oh, did you see that?" In like the video in the movie. I've not seen the movie, but I know that's like in the trailers, where like him and the girl he cuts to because his wife.
Oh man, I keep forgetting that movie exists. Like I even have it downloaded and everything, and I just dragging my feet on watching it.
Well, the thing is that he basically made it to where you don't have to watch it because he reviews ET and he uploaded it to his channel.
Yeah.
So why would you like?
Yeah.
That was the whole point. At the point, anyway. It's like he was going to review ET because it's like the worst game ever, quote unquote. Which I mean, it isn't. But it was like reputed to be that because it caused the video game crash. Which I mean, I think even back then, considering the Nintendo came out like what 84, 83 in the U.S. I don't think anyone had any idea of like a crash. Back then. Oh wow, playing Need for Speed Underground. That's a. I heard like that one and Carbon. Um,
Yeah, it was like the last good ones, the last like
yeah,
classic good ones, and we got
yeah,
Mr. Doom again.
yeah. How's it going? Um, yeah, I heard like Carbon or like
Oh,
I mean, I don't even know what like. There's like so many Need for Speed games. You know,
yeah. Hot
it's.
Pursuit 2 is still my favorite though.
Uh, See, I've never played any of them. So I'm like, which one's like the one? You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you just like regular racing, like Underground or Carbon, but I like Hot Pursuit 2, specifically the multiplayer because one person is the cop, the other person is the driver trying to get away.
Kind of reminds me of Midtown Madness as multiplayer, which I never played because I think back then I didn't know what I was doing, or
Yeah,
I think I just didn't care to do anything with the multiplayer. But one of the modes is like cops and robbers.
yeah.
And what's cool is that in that game, for a second, you know what? I thought he had like an Amazon box of one driver, whoever that
Oh
is.
yeah, it does look like that. Yeah, he probably put the smile decal on it. It kind of looks like the Amazon thing.
Yeah. There's Underground, Hot Pursuit, Carbon, Undercover, and The Run. Okay. I mean, I've heard of some like I've heard of I've seen the names before, but I just don't have any context for like which one's like the best one. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. Even with like some series that we like there's some people would be like, oh, I like Metroid Zero Mission or Super Metroid is my favorite, or Mega Man 2 is the greatest one, or Mega Man 6. You know.
yeah.
Wait, what level is this? The East Stadium?
No, this is Mystic Jungle.
I remember the last time we did this. This looks cool.
Yeah, this is the one where with like the water where you're like going down the water, but you don't actually transform into boat mode.
Okay. Well, I think I just
Yeah.
never took in like the initial view.
Oh,
And I
you
was
know,
like,
yeah, we probably warped in here as like a second lap a bunch of times.
that we never like started in it.
Yeah, not in a long time at least.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause the view is like really cool. It's kind of like Casino Night Zone or something. You know.
Yeah. This is actually from Sonic Forces, one of the nicer
Oh,
looking levels in that game.
yeah. One of the levels that aren't like, yeah, this is why it's war. Sonic is like going serious, like Command and Conquer mode.
War is hell.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
get Jim Carrey in there, you know.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the ghost just shoots out tornadoes like way ahead of you.
Yeah, it stays there for a while.
They have a lingering hitbox.
Yeah. It's like if the blue shell hits like the first 6 places rather than just first place.
These dragons really remind me of like Gradius.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like the PC, like the X68 version. If you like play it like Japanese, it's like called Vulcan Venture or something weird. Like what is it? Spock is running this thing now. Oh, that guy like randomly mogged me like directly from behind. Caused quite the cortisol spike, if you will. Except not really, you know. Oh crap!
Cortisol is spiking out of control. It's over for him.
Was that actually what they say?
That's what one person said.
Oh, like a commentator or something.
Yeah.
Payback World Heat Unbound. I remember like watching GameSack and they talked like the original Need for Speed on 3DO.
Yeah.
And he said like the Need for Speed is an appropriate title because this game needs it badly. It is slow. I like how it's like in the ending. In like the post, like when you're racing around, I apparently hit something and it like because my vehicle flashed red.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when if you've ever played Virtua Fighter 2 and you KO someone and you're like at the edge of the screen, they go into the victory pose, or like they're in the middle of like the last move you do, and then they like do the victory pose and they like fall off, and then they try to do it again.
Oh.
So that actually happened in that game. Where's the Need for Speed 2015?
Oh yeah, that was that like graphically that game holds up pretty well. Like it's kind of crazy. Like it looks better than some of the newer ones.
To me, that it's called 2015 because it's just Need for Speed. We made too many of them, so we're just gonna call it the title and totally not confuse people.
I see.
Yeah.
Chronologically confused about Need for Speed.
Yeah. And then I have Need for Speed Heat on Xbox, but I haven't really played much of it. But that's supposed to be like a decent one of the new ones.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have this one Shadow Racer who has an Alienware.
Yeah. Shadow's the RGB.
Yeah, he even kind of looks like it. I mean, it's like he just, and he also likes it like overheating because it's like really badly designed, you know, and put together.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's the case anymore. I mean, I feel like Alienware is like the same era as like Phase, where it's like, you know, you're going way back and you're not really up to date. Like what is it, like Cyber Power and like.
Oh yeah, like I still see those at Best Buy, the Cyber Power, and there's like some other iBuy Power.
Yeah, some of those were like people who made like the original Steam Machine like models. You know, when they were trying to be like, let's make it like let's confuse everyone. I think like the Alienware Alpha was actually like a Steam Machine variant.
Oh, okay.
I think eventually they just kind of sold it as its own thing because they realized, Valve maybe pulled the trigger on this a little too early.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the new mini PC, with Bazite kind of using it as like a light Steam machine.
I was gonna say like how is that going because when I used Bazite, I think what it was is it seemed fine. Like it actually had like all these tools and stuff that were kind of cool, but it was like, okay, some of this is stuff I don't think I'm going to use, especially for the kinds of games, I tend to play,
Yeah. So like this morning, like when I got up and I was just like watching stuff while I was eating, I got recommended a short from like maybe 7 or 8 months ago of someone else saying like their experience installing Bazite was like a total nightmare. And I'm like, wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm like, wow, it must have come a long way.
I guess an light tech tips, sort of thing. I mean, I was never like installing it was a problem. I think it was just like, I think I updated it and it broke something. Mine did like 2 or 3 years ago. And I was like, I don't know about this. I mean, the thing about the next that I think I was mainly looking for is like something that's like Launchbox, or more specifically the big box version of Launchbox. Something with that kind of feature where you're not having to like use the mouse and keyboard. You're trying to do like a controller first interface, and there's just not really that many options. I mean, there's like stuff like attract mode, but that's like kind of difficult. From what I remember trying to set that up, you have to kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Read a whole bunch of guides, and even then, I think like one of the popular front ends is like the last time it was updated for like the Linux build was like several years ago, so clearly it's something that's not getting support anymore.
Yeah.
Like the best option you have that's like not just like some weird like Steam machine like hack sort of thing is what's called a Chimera OS. But even that is like you gotta like add things. There's like a web interface that thing that you can access when it's on.
Yeah.
And you have to like add everything like individually, like the art and everything you get from like Steam Guru or something, or the other Steam Grid image site, whatever that one is called. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna do this forever. I mean, I'm not going to do this for every game I have, be it Steam or, GOG or, anything else that I won't mention,
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it works fine. Like, they've updated it to, like, use, like, the current Steam, like, big picture UI. I think for a little bit, Chimera was not using, it was just using, like, the old, previous one that they've had for a while.
Yeah, so, like, aside from that problem I had with the formatting the SD card yesterday, I haven't had any issues since.
Okay.
And I've only, like, the only update I've done is just one update right after I got everything installed and set up. So I don't know if maybe that's what broke the SD card thing, but, nothing else is broken. And, like, so far, like, I don't know how it was when you tried it, but the version it's on right now, it feels kind of identical to using the Steam Deck. Like, I was even messing around in desktop mode, installing different stuff today, and it felt pretty smooth.
Yeah.
And I got retro decks set up, so that takes care of, like, most of the emulation stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I have it pretty much set up, so I just hit the power button on the PC, and then I could do the rest with the controller.
Yeah. The only thing I would say about, like, EmuDeck or RetroDeck, I've never used RetroDeck, I've used, like, EmuDeck, is I would just check the defaults, like, make sure, like, you don't have, like, universal hotkeys.
Okay.
There'll be stuff like, you push, like, start and select, and it will, like, close the game out, or I don't know if it was start and select, but, like, certain things, it would be like, I'd be like, okay, I'm just using this on RetroArch, I just want to push L free and R free, because most games don't use those buttons. And
yeah,
like,
when I had set it up for Karma on his Lenovo, I think it was it defaulted to clicking the sticks.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, that's the only emulator that really has, like, anything like that. I mean, there's, like, DuckStation and I think the current iterations of PCSX2, they have, like, a controller-centric interface, strangely called no GUI mode, for whatever reason. They could just say, like, controller interface, because no GUI sounds like terminal or something.
Yeah. Sounds like something you don't want to use.
Which would technically be TUI, not GUI,
Yeah.
Staying ahead so far. I'm just on so far because I know I'm probably about to get. Yep, and I'm getting knocked out as I speak.
Yep, everyone's real aggressive right out the gate. So, not as bad as last night. Everyone was, like, super crazy last night.
It's like the full moon was out or something.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if that was the case. I just, I know people say, like, when you have the full moon was out, people were acting a little bit, crazy.
Okay. I mean, it might have been.
Actually heard something, heard that, back in, like, not medieval, like, I don't know, like, back, like, the Inquisition days, or maybe a little after, like, if a woman was considered, like, a werewolf, it wasn't necessarily because they actually thought that she was, like, a werewolf or turning into a werewolf or anything, or doing anything else weird. It's because a bunch of guys would go and, as part of, exorcism, like, activities, they'd go and undress her, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
And, the priest, who, they take vows of celibacy and, like, Catholic, Catholicism,
Yeah.
It's not like those desires disappear or anything,
Yeah.
I just remember that being kind of interesting. I'm, like, thinking, because, like, you have to wonder, like, I know, like a Pawn Star, they have, like, I remember there was an episode where they had, like, a vampire hunting kit or something. I'm like thinking, did people actually, like, have, like, physical evidence of, like guys with, like, sharp teeth and, like, draining blood or something, or is this, like, just superstition? Like, it makes you wonder, like, how these, like, superstitions, like, it's kind of like when you hear, like, a rumor, and it's like, I mean, and obviously in video games, and, they're like, every rumor is true, it's never, like, a misunderstanding, or it's always, the legend is always, like, exactly how it says it's going to be,
Actually, I got recommended a reel on Instagram recently where this guy, he went into like the whole history of like the original like Dracula story and everything, and well, I probably can't say it on stream, but Bram Stoker's inspiration for vampires was based on a certain group of people.
Oh, I think I already know what letter to associate it with, and certain things that certain people who may or may not have been exposed in certain email leaks or not leaks posts, because leak implies that it was like someone breached the server and it wasn't wanted.
Yeah.
Isn't there some game called The Breach, like The Division, like some season of it or whatever?
That sounds like a 360 game.
Speaking of first-person shooters or whatever that I don't play, but I see like ads for it on Steam. Rainbow Six Siege has like Snake and like.
Oh yeah, I saw
Gray
that. Yeah, I
Fox
saw the
and
trailer.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. I mean, that game's like 10 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess
It's more than 10 years old, yeah.
They actually have embraced the Counter-Strike model of just updating the game, which I think more games should do, frankly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, unfortunately, Ubisoft owns it, and Ubisoft is like, and I'm saying this with no hint of exaggeration, they are literally evil.
Yeah.
And if you want to know why, put simply, if you are unfortunate to still be a Europoor, as they say,
Yeah.
and if you have any wrong speak, this isn't just like in on Cook Island. This is like wherever they will report you to like the police. So yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It really does feel like we're the last country where, at least for now, you can still kind of say stuff and not get arrested for it.
Yeah, you still kind of have free speech, kind of, except not really,
Yeah.
They're not, at least it's not the government, right?
Yeah.
It's just a corporation, this is just their policy,
Terms and conditions.
The code of conduct.
I really got hit with my own bomb.
What?
I really got hit with my own bomb.
Oh, I thought you said something about like mom or something. I'm like, what? Yeah.
And my mom came into the room and smacked me and then left.
That sounds like that's an AI prompt. Like, yeah, you saw that like one like short with like the guy doing like the crazy like parkour. He's like beating up all the dudes and like running away.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that like one shot where
it's like slowing down.
Yeah, and it's like it's part of like the empty part of the warehouse. If it wasn't for that, like I probably wouldn't have guessed it was AI.
Yeah, which is a little scary because you know that certain governments would totally like to use AI.
Yeah.
Totally not. Just totally tell the truth, except not really.
Yeah. So I did see that the Sora AI company, they're shutting down their.
Yeah, that's the OpenAI thing, and they're like shutting down. I'm like, really? I guess it must not have been used. Must not have been like convincing because other people are still doing.
Well, it's not that. It's just that like video generation is like the most resource taxing, of the AI stuff, and I guess it wasn't, worth the money. And if they raised the price, probably no one would keep using it.
Which is kind of crazy to think because they have all this venture capital and everything, and certain other people of the teal variety.
And also like 80% of the world's RAM.
Yeah. Wasn't there that thing with like Google where they made it to where like they could more efficiently use RAM or whatever? People were like, oh, the RAM crisis is now solved.
What was that?
There's like a thing I saw on maybe it's like Facebook, like on my feed, but like it said something like you can Google can like more effectively like use RAM such that they don't need like they only need like maybe like 16 gigs as opposed to like 64 gigs.
Oh, for their own AI stuff.
Well, yeah, obviously it's gonna be for their stuff. I'm sure they're not gonna, they're not gonna share the trade secrets,
Oh yeah.
because it's like literally
Oh,
AI
I've
like
heard.
AI is like the arms race of the 21st century, I guess,
Yeah.
supposedly.
And now like Elon Musk is saying like, we can't do any advancements in robotics unless we're number one in AI. So it's like, great. Guess we're never
Well,
getting cheap RAM.
well, yeah, and he's also like, if China beats us to the punch, we're fucked. While also looking like in that one video I shared with you, I'm like thinking, Elon, you okay?
Yeah,
You're
he
not
looks like
looking
he's
so good.
melting.
Well, it's kind of funny because like Peter Thiel is, people say his like name is like an anagram for the reptile,
Yeah.
like actual lizard people.
Yeah. Like he looks ghoulish. Elon looks like he's melting. Like, what's going on?
Are they like aliens?
Yeah.
Are they like experiments from Roswell? Except that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So that one post, that really cringe post, from on Twitter with the one guy and the OnlyFans wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
The priest who was like, "Oh, I got her to stop being a hoe, and we got married."
and she's like purer than every virgin or whatever.
Yeah. She was like re-virginized in her baptism or whatever bullshit.
I don't even remember what exactly that line was. Just hilarious. It's like that's like a meme worthy line.
Yeah.
Like just put that in your copy pastas and your green text for chat, our fellow anons.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a soy jack right there, waiting to happen.
but so there's a certain Discord that it's not anything like it's like just something I was like invited on. I still had like a Reddit account because not that I use it anymore. I don't think I even can use it anymore now that I think about it. But no, like I was just invited to Discord and like I posted it to like, so what are your guys' take on this? And like everyone's like, yo, you're being too mean, basically.
My god.
She's and these guys are like supposedly Christian or whatever. And I'm like, guys, don't you see like one of them kind of saw like the red flag, like this other guy's like, what you're posting is like literally satanic. Like this is what they I'm like, okay, I think I have a pretty good reason to be skeptical, or like anyone to have a reason, especially considering she has like all the money, like the balance, the power dynamic, as people call it, is like in her favor, like financially.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't. I'm like, there we go again with the turn the cheek thing,
That's why quote unquote Christians keep losing ground.
And
like certain parts of the Bible they just take way too literally. It's like
and the thing is,
there
like,
is such a thing as context.
And that's the thing. Everyone says like, everyone will say like, oh, you're taking this thing out of context, and it's like everyone has their own like definition of like what counts and what doesn't, basically. I've noticed, and oh wow, I hate green slime. And I'm like, it's like there's certain things. It's like, I mean, look, I get it. People make mistakes and they can come back from it, but it doesn't. Even if they genuinely make a genuine change, it's like it doesn't erase the reality of like what's already happened.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
Yeah, and there's ways to like atone for different sins, we'll say, and like the common thing with all these girls, because so many OF girls do it. They have their fun, they make their money, and then they sit on their millions, and then they turn 30 and they're like, oh, I'm a Christian now.
Yeah, and like they're all like millionaires now, so it's like even like the the supposed like, and if people say like the social, I mean, I understand like there's a certain degree of like like persecution, quote unquote, going on, but like at the same time, it's not like we're in the Roman Empire, with
Yeah.
the way that some of these people talk about persecution, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Even in the usual like places with the usual suspects. But like even if like like I before we did this, I actually just looked up like OnlyFans, girl Christian or something like that, and dude, like just like pull that in.
There's
It's
so
like
many.
it's like yeah, if I got like $10 for each, I could maybe
You could be as rich as they are.
I could buy like a used Switch Lite or something. I don't know, like a good mid quality Switch Lite,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I understand like the sentiment of like, okay, you don't know the situation, you don't know her, and I mean, yeah, I don't, but you can't say that this is not a good look.
Yeah. And also, like at this point, it's pattern recognition to like, call it this kind of behavior.
It's kind of like go back to a certain thing that you almost mentioned as it was on the tip of your tongue, I'm sure. It's kind of like someone mentioned, like you ask Republicans about their support of a certain country, and it's like the "what is a woman" question for the Republicans is their reactions. Maybe not every Republican, like politician,
like most of
representative,
them,
whatever, but so it's like in a way it's kind of the same thing where it's like they have their own thing where it's like, well, this is our protected thing or whatever, where we want their support,
Yeah. And it's also like, okay, you can do that, you can marry that kind of girl, but then don't like brag about it to the internet and be like, oh, she's purer than like all these other girls and she's this born again Christian and we're so super, like high and mighty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think in general, like the whole thing of like, oh, let's just post this on the internet. Like, one thing you're doing, you're just inherently you're drawing more attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and not like the kind of attention that they draw to themselves, but but more just you're just principally you're even if you don't intend it to come off as bragging, it can be perceived as such.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know. It's like
it's also like why do you need to let the world know that you've allegedly reformed this hoe?
Yeah, and it's like even if you did that, I mean, technically, is that really you? Because I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Christianity like goes to the Holy Spirit, or like, so. I mean, I understand like practically, there's obviously, certain things, I mean, if you're trying to explain this stuff to like random person who doesn't know anything about it, it's like okay, certain explanations are a little bit won't as prompt as many questions, And I say this as someone who's had to work in customer service in certain jobs that I've been at, where it's like, okay, you got to say something to just kind of move things along or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's Christianity is one of those things. Like a lot of people are, regardless what flavor of it you were raised in, believe in, change to, whatever. A lot of people at least understand. Like even in like I mean, like stuff like Adam and Eve, like people know about that. Like even in the so-called secular evil, public schools, whatever, like they do reference it, Now maybe not give it like the reverence that they might want, but it's not like it's completely. I know boomers tend to be like like, oh, they used to do this thing in school and that's part of the reason why because they don't do this. It's why. Oh wow! I just saw that you getting flattened. This is why things have degenerated since like the '60s. It's like I'm pretty sure that's not the only cause.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on a lot of fronts, and people just like, for whatever reason, don't want to think about certain things.
Yeah.
Or give it, I guess, give it legitimacy.
I mean, I guess there's a what's his name? Offer of Gulag Archipelago. I'm brain farting on his name. But he said something like, I mean, there's a certain sense which like you can point to like this and that, and it's like, he said like, part of the reason this whole thing fell apart is because we forgot God.
Yeah.
Which okay, fair enough, but there are certain things that are actionable. I mean, I don't know. The way I would describe it is, on an individual level, you're not going to be able to affect change very, very well.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, you're a big community leader, you're popular in your community, and you have support of everyone.
Yeah.
But in the ability that even in your small purview, you can try to influence things such that certain things won't happen, or that certain people won't fall into certain traps.
Yeah.
And things. So it's not like
kind
hopeless.
Of like policing your local community. Like sometimes that's the most you can do, but that's pretty important.
Yeah. It's just to do it to be able to do it effectively, you have to be able to try to like read the room and not just be a boomer about things and be like, oh, all these guys are just sitting at home playing video games.
Yeah.
That's why they're not working. It's like,
pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. It's like,
I'm like, it doesn't work that way anymore, guys.
I can't just like walk into a garage and they'll be like, oh, well, let's hire you. I'll teach you how to fix cars.
I respect the idea of it, but like it's some realities that make it more difficult.
Yeah.
Which makes me glad. I mean, truly grateful I've been lucky. Not to say anything like too revealing about myself privately, but like I hear about these nightmare stories. I'm like thinking, I mean, I don't know what the reality is like applying for jobs nowadays. I mean, it sounds like from what you said, it's like it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
But like some of these stories, it's like, oh, I applied for like 10,000 job applications. I'm like thinking, really? Like even like not even like Walmart, not that Walmart or McDonald's, but like or places you want to work. The reason why memes are like, Zoomer who didn't go to college is like he's just stuck working Walmart all the time. I'm like,
I mean, those probably are still really easy to get, but it's also like nobody wants to do that. Especially if you've already worked at retail in the past, like I have. It's like I really don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't blame you there. I mean, I don't know if you mentioned which one it was you worked at, but on stream, but I mean,
it's more than one. So.
Oh, okay, I see. See, for me, it's just the one, so
Okay.
In a way, I've kind of had a pretty good variety, actually.
Yeah.
It's like retail, and then like what's the other one? Like retail, and then like some warehouse, and then like maybe some other stuff. It's mostly like warehouse, but then
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. So.
Yeah, and like even with being a boiler operator, back when I did that, like the whole boomer meme of like, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, just go in somewhere and demand to be trained and taught something. Like even when you have a job, that's not guaranteed, because like as a boiler operator, I'd be at places and I'd be like, do you want help with that? And I'd be like, no. It's like, do you want to show me how to do that? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. You are not going to be doing that. And then someone else will come later on and be like, hey, why didn't you do this thing? And I'll be like, well, no one showed me how to do it. And he's like, you should really know how to do it. And I'll be like, well, do you want to show me how to do it? He's like, no. So, it's this whole catch-22.
But then they ask you for like help with like trying to get into the computers, and then you need then you need someone who may or may not know Linux, who may or may not know like some stuff about it. And I'm totally not referring to anyone who's in this virtual room. in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. Which is kind of funny, you know. Like, I provide like indirect tech support.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not even like doing anything crazy. Like whenever I think about like people who are like actually doing stuff that's impressive, like it's people who do like terminal, like who operate and breathe in a terminal, like in Linux or even Windows, which you don't really hear that much about Windows, just because Windows is like everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
It's like what you see is what you get. Whereas Linux
Yeah.
is like I mean, if you know about and even like install Linux and try it out, you're already going above like most people. You know, to say nothing about like using Lutris, Steam, Proton, and all these emulators. Like even I know like this one gal who things didn't work out between us, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah.
She had a Steam Deck, but she just played Steam games on it, and I'm like thinking, you could install all these emulators and all this other stuff. Like it's literally an x86 CPU, but like they don't really care about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes you know you gotta be a little aware of like who your audience is when you're talking to them. But it's like if you like wet their taste buds for something.
There's a friggin' Haichu decal on there.
I saw that. I don't know what that is.
It's candy. It's a Japanese candy. I never tried it, but I guess it's like Japanese Starburst.
I was like thinking, is that just like the Japanese version of like some candy I've never heard of in the United States or something?
Yeah. From what I've never tried it, but from I always see commercials for it, and it basically looks like Japanese Starburst.
Like commercials like for like US or something, or
yeah, I've seen commercials like on live TV here for Haichu.
Oh, okay. That's
for like the past couple of years.
That's something I've never. Then again, I barely watch TV itself. You know.
Yeah.
Let's just say if I'm doing passive consumption of media, I don't see that many ads. I won't. You can take a few guesses to why, but I won't deny or confirm anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that
when we had cable TV, like they had Haichu ads all the time on like most channels.
Yeah. I will say what's funny is that remember that like nephew I mentioned the other day was like looking like watching over the dog or whatever. Yeah. He wanted like a whole bunch of like bagel bites, and I'm like thinking, dude, you even know what you even see like the Tony Hawk like commercial from like way back when to even like have the original context, like which I saw it anyways, you know, was introduced to it on like Cartoon Network. Apparently that thing was like filmed like the 90s. That like that Tony Hawk ad.
Oh, okay.
You know, based on because I looked it up later. You know.
Yeah.
That was like what I had as like aside for like the lunches I had like at work last week. Because he had like he got like the party. My dad got like the party box for him, and I'm like, bro, like he didn't even like eat like barely any of them. He just wanted like a whole bunch of food, like the stuff to eat while he was like playing on his Xbox One. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am like holding the L tonight compared to yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was my big L. Like everyone was like aggressive as hell last night.
Yeah, but like yesterday, I was like on top of the world, man.
Alrighty.
I thought the monster truck gave you like a speed boost, but I guess not.
I feel like it did, but they probably nerfed it. I wouldn't be surprised if they nerfed it in a patch.
You got nerfed from a cortisol spike.
Yeah.
And like the testosterone being dropped like from said cortisol spike.
Generational cortisol spike.
Yeah, I remember
mogged to death.
Yeah, I remember Maximilian. He was talking about like Alex. And he said this is like a third generational character assassination. Oh wait, you done?
Yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight.
least I
So,
could cancel
yeah.
the matchmaking before it got into the lobby.
Oh,
Yeah, like hold. It's like Smash Brothers, like trying to exit to the menu.
yeah, you have to hold it down, and you have to do it like in time before it disappears.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight.
Yep.
Hope y'all who tuned in enjoyed. For those who chat with us, thank you for chatting with us.
Yeah.
We hope you will tune in once again whenever we stream
We always
next, probably next weekend.
appreciate the chat engagement.
Definitely. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this and look forward to more. If you want to help us out, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification, check the links in the description. And until then, we will catch y'all in the next one.
Yeah. See y'all later.